Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And in this series we're going to be going over Mars in the houses. And in this episode we're going to be talking about Mars in the 10th house, okay? Having Mars in the 10th house. Okay, and before we go over that, let's go over what Mars in the 10th house is. Now, Mars is the planet of energy, direct energy, okay? Mars rules our physical body, our movements, our action, our adrenaline, okay? You know, how we become alive, okay? How we become in existence, and it's all through energy. So Mars is the planet that represents physical actions and energy, adrenaline, all of that. The physical body, okay, and how it moves, the energy that moves it, and also sexuality, okay, with all this adrenaline, instinctive energy. A lot of this is also sexual energy as well too. So this is the planet of Mars, you know, this fiery warrior, physical, energetic, and adrenaline planet. And then you have the 10th house, okay? The 10th house rules your reputation, your career, okay? What you're here to do on a big level, your purpose, your big jobs, your business, your money, okay? That is the 10th house, all right? And the 10th house deals with a lot of work, a lot of obstacles. It's like, you know, starting from the bottom and working your way up to the top, okay? That's the 10th house. It's your structure. It's also your big money as well, too. So when you have Mars in the 10th house, the first thing I can say is that you have a lot of adrenaline, motivation, action when it comes to your career, okay? I can really connect with this placement because I have it, okay? I have Mars in the 10th house, so I already understand this placement, and you're gonna have a lot of motivation, a lot of energy for your career, okay? It's gonna be impulsive. You're gonna wanna just do it, okay? Anytime you come up with an idea, a plan, you're gonna wanna do it. You're gonna wanna do it. You're gonna wanna do it. And this is a great placement because the 10th house takes a lot of work. When you have Mars here, an action planet that gets you moving, it's perfect because you're gonna need that motivation for this house, the house of career. So people like this are very active with their careers. They're always gonna want to turn their ideas into actions, okay? They're gonna wanna go with it. You do have to be careful though with Mars in the 10th house because Mars is a very action-oriented planet, but Saturn rules Capricorn, which rules the 10th house, which is why I said it. But the 10th house deals with obstacles and planning out. So sometimes with Mars, you can be so impulsive that you can kind of mess things up and break things, you know, instead of being patient. So I would say with Mars in the 10th house, people work on your patience because you can you can be very impatient. And the 10th house does ask for patience because it's like you take your step level by level, step by step. So Mars here is great because it gets you going up much quicker, much faster. However, sometimes you go too fast and, you know, you could fall and miss out. So be careful with that because, you know, anywhere Mars is, it is going to represent some type of accidents, especially in Earth houses, because, you know, you're kind of going fast. And, you know, these Earth houses ask for stability and strategy and planning out so that you don't fall. So be careful with that. But Mars in 10th house, it's a great placement. You will be motivated for your career. And you need that because the 10th house is not an easy house. It's a house that really tests you. You know, 10th house people in general, you know that the 10th house isn't easy. It's going to test all of your limits. So when you have Mars here, it's great to get you going. It's great to get you going. A lot of times when you have plans and ideas for your career, it can be so big you get intimidated by it. But with Mars here, this is going to get you going. This is going to make you hate just being stuck in ideas for your career. This is going to make you just want to just do it. Like you just don't believe it's true until you do it. So yes, that's Mars in the 10th house. It's such a great motivator for your career. And your career needs that because there's going to be so many obstacles and challenges that you're going to face, that having that Mars in the 10th house, it'll make you a fighter. It'll make you push through the obstacles. It'll make you take that extra step. It'll make you get back up again. It'll make you a fighter, make you a warrior. And that is such a good attribute to have when you're being placed in the house of purpose, destiny, hard work, discipline. Great placement for this. So I have this placement. I know it. Mars in the 10th house, these people want to get it going. Also, with Mars in the 10th house, with all this movement and action in your career, you can have a reputation of being very athletic or being a mover. So whatever you do in your career, because 10th house represents your career, which is your reputation, with Mars in the 10th house, you can have a big reputation for being very athletic. People just know you for action. You could be either an athlete, I know you do extreme sports, or whatever you do there's a lot of action going into it. People just know you for moving around, because Mars is that planet. It's the planet that gets you moving. It's the planet of action. So, whatever it is, people know you. You have a huge reputation for being in action, being movement. You could be athletic, you could, doing something with the body, whatever it is. This is a big placement for having that kind of huge, action-orientated, athletic reputation. Also with Mars in the 10th house, these people can be very competitive when it comes to their career. I'm just flat out very competitive. And I know this, and it doesn't have to be in a cheating way. Now, there's levels to everything. There's healthy competition, there's non-healthy competition, and everything in between. But competitive, yes, these people will know who they have to compete with. They will know who their contemporaries are. They will know what the competition is. They will know what they're going up against. Very competitive. Very competitive. They're willing to fight you for their career. I'm just being honest. Like Mars in 10th house, these people have no issues going against whoever they got to go against to gain their careers. And this is where I say you need to be careful sometimes, because yes, being competitive in the 10th house is great. Like the 10th house, like you need a competitor. 10th house is not a house for babies. And 10th house people know this. You got planets in your 10th house, it's not a house for babies. So having that competitive spirit is very great. However, sometimes it could get a little bit overboard and you're just doing what I would consider useless competition, unproductive competition, or competition that's really being started because you're insecure. Okay, so there could be insecurities with that Mars in 10th house. It's like you see someone doing something similar to you, and instead of just continue doing what you do, well, and just keep doing what you're doing, you get so focused on, well, let me beat this person at it, or they're competing with me. Like you just assuming that someone's competing with you because they're doing something similar to you, and then you're making it about you versus them, where you should just be making it about yourself. It doesn't matter who's doing what similar to you. As long as you're the competition should be yourself. So that's what I mean. There's healthy competition and there's unhealthy competition, everything in between. So Mars in the 10th house, again, it's great for competitiveness, and competitiveness is great for the 10th house. I'm not taking that away at all. You kind of have to be, because you're going to head up the obstacles. You're going to be coming up against a lot of obstacles. However, make the competition you. So that's if it goes dark-sided. There's levels to this. There's healthy competition, non-healthy, everything in between, but just be mindful of that, okay? 10th house, like I said, is already feels like a competition. Then you got Mars here. It's like, we're very aware of competition. Like, we really are. Even if you see someone doing something similar to you in their career, instead of making it like me versus them, look at it as a motivator, like, oh, there's someone else doing something kind of similar to what I do. Like, this is a real industry. This is a real thing. Let me go hard, Make it more of a healthy competition. Your purpose is yours, okay? Mars and 10th house people, your purpose is yours. Your destiny, your career is yours. What's for you is for you, Okay? Also, there can be lots of confrontation and fighting in the career realm. Okay, so when you tap into your career, you can get into issues with people. There could be, you know, with all this Mars energy, you know, you get pissed off, you know, you get pissed off, get in fights with other people, get into, you know, just, you know, war with, you know, certain businesses and just whatever your career, your job, your boss, whatever. When you tap into this career mode of work and your business, whatever your career is, there can be lots of confrontation, lots of fighting. You know, Mars and 10th house people, we're very passionate about our careers, and it does bring out a very impulsive side to us, a competitive side to us, and it does bring in conflicts within our career level. There's a lot of that, you know, and it could be good. You know, like I said, every fight isn't bad. You could be fighting for the right thing, but just be aware that with Mars in this 10th house, there is confrontation, okay? And you don't want to get so confrontational that you start breaking up everything. All the business partners you have, you know, you got into fights with them, so that's broken. Be careful with the confrontation because, like I said, Mars is great for this house to get you moving, but it can also get you breaking things. And you don't want to keep breaking things in the house where you're supposed to build and structurize. So be careful with all the confrontation and fighting you deal with in your career, because it will happen with Mars in the 10th house. Also, Mars in the 10th house, you are very much an independent leader in your career. Mars is very independent. It's about the self. It's about the self's will. And Mars is also very much a leader. It likes to just go and start things. So you're a starter. So in your career and your reputation, a lot of people look at you like a leader. That's why I'm saying Mars in 10th house is it's like a warrior reputation. Like, people look at you as a leader because you're a go-getter. You just go and you start. You come with an idea, you go for it. So you will have a leading reputation. You will have a very independent reputation as well too, or a very independent way of approaching your career, because you don't wait for anyone. Mars in 10th house people, they don't wait for anyone. They just go and they tackle it. And that makes you a leader, you know? So definitely an amazing attribute with Mars in the 10th house. And these people are strong workers, okay? 10th house is going to ask you for work, whichever work it is that you have to do. And with Mars in the 10th house, you have all this adrenaline, this energy. You're a powerful, energetic worker, you know? I would say this aspect is more relevant to Mars in the 6th house, because 6th house really covers labor, but 10th house still does as well too, because you have to. But yes, with Mars here, it makes you a strong worker. You know, you have lots of endurance and you're powerful and you're ready to take charge. So very good for the 10th house. But yes, that's Mars in the 10th house. I mean, this is my placement, so I really am familiar with this. Very great placement. I mean, you guys are going to do great things with your career with Mars in 10th house. Push, keep going. But be careful with the confrontation. Be careful with the fighting. You don't want to make this house burn down, okay? We want to move. We want to take action, but we don't want to burn the whole place down. So be careful with that. But yes, that's Mars in the 10th house. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you did, come back for some more and book a reading with me, okay? I do natal chart, astral birth natal chart readings. All you have to do is email me and we could go forward with that. And also check out my music on Spotify, Apple, and here on YouTube. I have all the links in the description box below. And I'll check you guys out on the next video.
To have a gift, it is a curse. To be the light, you must feel the burn. Given the power to move a tide, to move a tide. Now shake the sea, imagine that.